We continue tracking that story and getting you more reactions on it. But moving on to the big protest that's been planned in Bangalore. This is over the steel bridge that's been planned by the state administration. The opposition for the steel flyover bridge is only increasing. Last week, protesters were seen forming human chains as well. But this week, they have started calling up the lawmakers to register their protest against 800 crore project. And this has also taken a political turn.
It is citizens versus government in Bengaluru. A huge section of residents stiffly opposing the proposed 1800 crore rupees steel flyover spanning 7 kilometers. Opponents of the mega structure have started a unique campaign by calling up local MPs and MLAs on their phones. Many Bengalurians continue to debate the pros and cons of building the flyover.
When it came down to the substantive issues, it was clear that the government and the minister was not prepared to listen to anything. He had come in there in an obvious attempt to try and woo the MPs and MLAs and MLCs when majority of the MPs and MLAs were completely opposed to it.
People who are opposing it certainly are opposing it with vested interests or motives that they have.
The government has been firm on erecting the steel structure. A meeting to find a common ground between the government and political opposition ended in acrimony.
Government has taken a decision, and this project is muted in the time of BJP. When they started, then they wanted. Today, the Congress government, the chief minister wanted to do it. They are opposing it because they don't want any good work has to happen in the Bangalore city.
This government is bent upon going ahead without listening to the sincere concerns of these citizens. We will plan our next course of action.
The flyover has its own set of supporters in northern Bengaluru. Locals here say that the steel flyover, despite felling hundreds of trees, will make travel to the airport a breezy affair. With Rohini Swami and Revati Rajivan in Bengaluru, Bureau Report, India Today.
So here's what the protest is all about. Let's take you through the steel flyover that's been planned. It will result in around 800 trees being cut and feasibility question due to high cost of steel as well, which of course is being funded by the taxpayers' money. Limited success in ensuring smooth traffic. So it's environmental cost versus the modern steel structure will lead to people picking private vehicles over public transport as well. So that's why the politics also that we've seen has gone to another level. You have KJ George now saying opposition to flyover a political conspiracy. But here's what you have the BJP MLA saying can't go ahead without consulting the citizen. And it's the citizens now who are trying to send a strong message to the government. My colleague Revati is joining us. Revati, first tell us, where are all these protests planned? And we believe that the BJP has jumped in with the citizens to ensure that there is enough pressure on the government.
Well, Davina, the protests are planned around 10:30 today in Bangalore city, where the flyover is proposed to be constructed. And now the citizens are divided, just like the government and opposition are divided. There is one group of citizens who are saying that they do not want the steel flyover, saying that there is a lack of transparency, and this is absolute useless project that is coming forward. There are a lot of alternatives that could be constructed. And there is another group that have come forward, most of them residents of the area, saying that this flyover is the need of the hour for them to ease traffic congestion for that area, for people going to the airport. So the citizens are divided here, just like the government and opposition, and the protests are strong and are strengthening each day by both sides by taking out protests. Now, the protest today that will be led by the BJP will be something like the Chipko movement. It's called the Apiko Chalwali in Kannada, the Chipko movement, where the members, the protesters will hug trees and say that they are saying no to the flyover because apparently more than 800 trees will be axed when this flyover comes up in Bengaluru city.
Okay.
So they're protesting against the environmental concerns, they're protesting against the lack of transparency, and they're protesting against the lack of public consultation in this particular project.
Also tell us that how citizens have been adopting to innovative methods to protest. There's been a missed call campaign as well. We understand that's been initiated. Tell us more about it.
For those who want to protest against the flyover, there also a Twitter-a-thon that went on last night at around 9 p.m. where citizens can tweet against the flyover, protesting against the flyover. So all forms of protest are being taken out by the citizens. One is by forming human chains, by taking part in social media campaigns. On Facebook too, there are hashtag campaigns that are going on saying "Steel Flyover Beta," which means that we do not want steel flyovers. And while one party says goes with the hashtag Steel Flyover Beta, the other party says Steel Flyover Beta, which means that we want steel flyovers. So while there are active participation of protesters on the outside in the real world, coming out and forming human chains, equally there is equal participation on social media as well, taking part in hashtag campaigns and on Twitter, giving missed calls. So there is equal participation of both online and offline by citizens who are supporting and are against the construction of this flyover.
Thanks for joining us. It's a 6.7 kilometer flyover, and interestingly, it's a citizen movement that we are witnessing in Bangalore, which is turning political as well, with citizens opposing the flyover construction in Bavashera Circle and Hebbar.